And welcome everyone to the B Customs Championship live from GC Sports. My name is Tabor from Las Vegas Motor Speedway as the four best of the season dueled out to be the best of the B Customs here this evening. Joining me this evening is Trav as your in-race reporter once again. Glad to have him back for this final race of the season.
Yep, thank you. Glad to be here.
Of course, man. So, anyways, we're immediately going to go look at our Championship 4, that being Country Caliber in the 11, Mr. Daha in the 18, Jose Protege, last week's winner at Canadian Tire in the 4, and then the one car of Guardian. It was a question whether he would make it in or not based off of points. He does make it in after a second place finish at Canadian Tire last week. So those are your four to watch this evening. 134 laps, stages split about 40-40, and then the remaining 74. I believe I have that number correctly. And you can actually see the update to the daily leaderboard down at the bottom. Your whole time Country Caliber with a 30.1. One of your Championship 4. And there we'll try to get the rest of them in there in a moment. Now, Las Vegas is a very interesting track. The stages are long, and custom steps you can go really aggressive, and sometimes, especially in stage 3, you'll see people go too aggressive on their tire wear and end up actually having to short pit. So we'll see if that comes into factor this evening, maybe trying to push a car just a little bit too hard. Also, a two-line track around here. You have the bottom lane, which is always going to be fast no matter what mile and a half, other than Kansas really. But beyond that, there is the second line right next to it that can work. And even in 1 and 2, you'll sometimes see someone go all the way to the way outside and get a huge run off that corner. So a lot of space for these drivers to work here this evening.
Yeah, that's true. Although this track is probably the roughest and the bumpiest track that we race on. Consider we race at Auto Club in Atlanta. This one, you really feel it, and especially if you're on a wheel, it can really move you out of your line if you're not careful.
Yeah, definitely. Denkate, first one in the chat. Good to see him in there. And also Paw Bear. Glad to see me in the booth again. Well, I'm glad to see you in the chat again there, sir. So enjoy the race. It's definitely going to be a great Championship 4 race. 2 minutes from the green, from the counter going down here. Trav, can you actually get me the rest of the qualifying? I can see the pole sitter on the leaderboard, but I don't have anyone else.
Yeah, so first is Guardian, second is Jose, third is Daha, fourth is Country, so all our top 4 are in the top 4 starting out. And then we have Sauce, Tiller, myself, and Warpig.
Alright, thank you for that. So I actually read that wrong. I thought Country Caliber had actually gotten the pole based off of the leaderboard, but I would be wrong. Jose Protege, one of your final 4 in the chat, giving a nice hello before it's off racing. Yep, and now at this point we're just waiting for the race to start here.
Yeah, we're trying to see if we can get a couple other people in there.
Yeah. Now, I don't. I have no clue what we are
Should be sending it here pretty soon.
All right, that's good to hear. Anyone out in YouTube land with any comments or questions? I know you've already been talking there, but if you want to say something before we get going here, now's your chance for me to have a good chance of reading them out, as I've already ran out of things to talk about, to be completely honest. Great professionalism from me, that's for sure.
Well, who's your pick to win?
I think Country Caliber, in and of itself, he's always got a really fast setup, and then you know he's got to be working on one to really do well this race, especially after the disappointment that was Canadian Tire Firm, where he had the best car, but ultimately failed due to a variety of factors in that. So I think now he's going to come out here with vengeance and try to and have a good chance of taking this championship.
Yeah, it'd be good to see Country Caliber get this one because he kind of got snubbed last season. But I come down between Daha and Jose, and if it does, I wonder if they'll remember they're running at Martinsville. It could get a little spicy.
Oh yeah, that is definitely true. Definitely
and then
true.
Our most consistent driver has been Guardian, so it could be any of them really. I guess is what I'm trying to say. And we're loading in now.
All right, so quick blue screen for the folks over in YouTube land as we get going here. So I apologize for that. Here we go. The South Point 400 screen is loaded up from. As we're loading up, Denke mentioning how he's a team captain for the first time next season, as well as I am. Next season will be something very interesting to look forward to. In fact, if you have time, Sunday at noon, the GC Sports season draft is there. Meanwhile, Guardian leads off the pole. Jose to his outside, Daha and Country Caliber right behind him. Championship 4 lead the field off into the green flag as they head down towards turn 1. Guardian inside of Jose. He still hasn't gotten completely clear. Now he does with the inside prevailing on that race start. Guardian's gone out to the lead. Daha right there behind him in the draft. Does he go to the inside right here? He does. Daha on the 18. Oh, a bit of contact already on the opening lap. Daha to the inside of Guardian for the race lead. And out the corner, he should have it as Country Caliber helps the 18 there. Now, what will the 11 do in turn 1? Daha is going to keep the inside. Guardian round the outside, trying to make that second line work. He's kept even. Now, does he have a run out the corner? He'll have that outside, which drivers prefer to go up to, down this back straightaway. He'll at least keep even into the corner here. Guardian's going to try to make the outside work. He's still trying to make the outside work, I should say. Out the corner. Now where the inside prevails down on this trioval. They are still side by side for the lead early on in this race. Go Country Caliber's way up into the wall. Country Caliber drops to the end of the field basically as he collects a bit of the wall right there. Guardian's able to pull out in front of the 18 though and all of that, so he makes it around the outside work and keeps the lead. Daha remains right there in second, and Jose Protege now in third, looking right on his bumper. Now, we will give a quick shout out to everyone else that's still racing at this point in the season down here. As first one we'll mention is Taylor right there in fourth place, right behind the Championship 3, as Daha goes back to the inside of Guardian for the race lead once again. Taylor moves outside to try to help the one car out. This Fueled Up Motorsports Spuddy right there. Oh, Jose gets a bit deep in the corner. That messes up Guardian's line a bit, so Daha definitely gets clear out the corner. Guardian will retain second, and Jose's back to fourth now as Taylor takes third spot away from him. Country Caliber already working his way back up to fifth as he gets around Long Live the Sauce in the 21. And they all have now gone into a line, single file, around the racetrack. Las Vegas very importantly, a draft-centered track, but if you see a lot of battling side by side for like second, third, or third, you'll see the top one or two guys actually be able to pull away here. More so in sliders and customs, but you will still see it for certain here. But right now, Guardian's staying right with that 18 of Daha for the race lead. Jose Protege's actually now dropped back to 5th place as Country Caliber gets around the 4 car. As Guardian, it looks like he had a nose inside, couldn't get it to stick off the exit. They'll fall back in line. Country Caliber looking for some fresh air back and forth, maybe seeing if he could find a way to get around Tiller, get right back up to those other championship contenders. Him and Jose right there, bumper to bumper. As there is Guardian right there. Had maybe a hair underneath the 18. Couldn't get it. Now he's taking a nice look, but couldn't get side by side. Country Caliber now looking on the outside of Tiller. He's got at least that spot, it would seem. Now he's going to go to the outside of Guardian as well, into the wall. I don't know how much that held him. I think Guardian's going to be able to get back clear of the 11 and try to clear him down the back straightaway as we go on board the 11, right in the midst of all this. Guardian has a chance to slide up right now if he's careful about it, but he opts to let him go for now. They stay side by side now. Jose Protege continues to try to find his way through. Country Caliber to the outside of Guardian for 2nd place. Here's Stiller on the outside. Now he's got the preferred line for side-by-side battles, but they want to be careful not to let the 18 get away here in this first stage now. While stages aren't too important in this championship 4, it's all about who finishes first out of these 4 at the end of the race. Setting yourself up with these stages is crucial for determining where you're going to be by the end of this, as things can happen in stage 3 and you want to be in the best spot possible by the end of through the stages and your strategy there. Now Guardian's actually dropped back to 4th as both Country Caliber and Jose Protege get around him. Jose Protege now looking for 2nd underneath Country Caliber. Guardian and Tiller pushing to 4. Long live the sauce to the outside of Tiller, pushing Country Caliber. Now, Jose Protege does get clear of the other group battling, and Country Caliber is just going to have to settle probably back behind Tiller even. Jose Protege, does he have the draft of the 18 still? If he does, that's going to be those two right up there, and they're going to be able to maybe pull away from the rest of this field for stage 1. And he does indeed have the draft. He's ran him down with the draft very quickly here, as you would expect. So front 2 now, not bumper to bumper yet. You also have to consider that the 4 back there are working together without anyone fighting. So if Guardian has a fast enough car, he could lead him back right up there, and we could have a race on once again. Now, interesting note about these 2 stages, they're going to have to make a pit stop in both of these stages at some point, so we'll see whether strategy is to split it. Maybe these top 2 guys are able to split it with it just being those 2, and draft not being as reliant as for the guys back there trying to make their way back up, as Jose Protege looks a bit to the outside, can't get it to stick as Soho gives him a bit of a quarter panel. But as I was saying, those guys in the draft, third through 6, they might want to stay in the draft and wait as long as possible until they all go down together at around lap 27 to lap 30. So all of this has different effects on what you're going to do in the down pit road. But now Guardian, he's going to have a chance at catching these two right here. Jose looking side by side a little bit, couldn't get the stick, but more importantly, that's brought the whole party back into it. Guardian now in third, he's going to have a massive run. Jose's already trying to look to the outside once more around Daha. Guardian's right there. He's going to fill up that hole on the inside that Jose's just left wide open. I think Jose Project's going to have the run. We'll be able to see if he gets back clear, but instead of trying to get back clear, he goes right for the outside of Daha. See if he can take the lead of this race. Now, Jose Project he gets a run out the corner to side by side for the lead. Guardian helping Jose around the outside there in third. Still side by side. And now Jose with a better middle of the corner around the outside in turn 3 and 4. I believe he's going to have to lead this race. He leads that lap. Will he be able to get clear to 18? He will. And new leader, Jose Protege. With Guardian now back in the P2 right behind him. Country Caliber and Doha go side by side in the Joe Gibbs cars for third. And Tiller along with the sauce back up that pack of 6. Now Guardian to the inside immediately right there. He's going to try to make a move for the lead of the race once again. Daha's now working around the outside, trying to get back into second, most likely, as he knows Jose has the leverage being around the outside and being the car ahead. Daha will get second. Guardian drops back to third. A lot of these guys out here are impressed by what these guys are doing early on. Daha must have hit the wall or something right as I said that, as he's dropped all the way to the back of this pack of now basically 5, as Tiller's also had an issue and all that.
20 laps to go.
20 laps.
Pit stops in about 10 laps.
Within 10 laps, you'll see some splitting right here. Maybe that 18 of Daha could be the first one down. Saw him go toward the bottom. What does he do? He does pull it down to the pit lane. 18, first of the championship 4, down pit road, splitting this stage in half, as we suspected someone might do. Meanwhile, back in the battle for the lead, Jose Protege, Guardian, Country Caliber, and Sauce still out there, 1 through 4. As they are in a single file line. Tiller back in 5th, and then give a little shout. Warpig making one of the fewer starts he's made this season. He's now down pit road as the second guy, splitting in half, and then our in-race reporter Trav right there as well. And yes, Mr. Dirt Dog, this is indeed the B Customs race, championship race, not the A Sliders. A Sliders was last night. You could find that on the GC channel after you finish watching this race. So now at this point, everyone's sort of riding the bottom around this track in this little group right here. Sauce is having a bit of trouble keeping up with the front 3. But he's still in that draft for now, so I think he should be fine. And I think these guys are probably going to be trying to run it out till their fuel runs out. Maybe go for a little bit of strategy, maybe some 2-tire calls, maybe, or at the very least, less fuel in the car. I mean, you could go faster at the end of this run than guys that split in half. Also, you'll have the benefit of fresh tires running down old tires if it does come to that, as while these guys are in the draft, Daha is on the fresher tires by himself, being able to run clean laps. So all those factors playing into what can happen here for just stage 1. We still have 2 more stages after this. Now, interesting to note that the two up there right now, Jose Proje and Guardian, it looked like it was going to be between those two as who made the final spot in this Championship 4, as Private Patton failed to show up to Canadian Tire, also not here this evening due to real life responsibilities, understandable on that part. And if it was that, as now we see the 1 and the 11 go down pit road, but if it was but if Patton did at least get away in, it would have been Jose Proje by 1 point over Guardian. So those two were really close on seeing who can make it. So Tiller also down with Guardian and Country Caliber as that group gets split in two. And we would expect Jose and Sauce to come down at probably within the next 2 laps here. It won't be this time. It won't be. And Sauce actually is probably going to be the biggest loser in all this. He was using the 1 and the 11 to stay in their draft right here. So not being in Jose's draft or barely in it, that's going to hurt him the most, as Jose will be able to determine his own destiny here. And he's staying out a bit longer than even I would have thought, with everyone else being in by now. Meanwhile, if we look around, Daha's out by like 3 to 4 seconds over Guardian and Country Caliber. So that split in half of the stage works out brilliantly for him. We still don't know what Jose is going to do with this pit stop. Don't think he's signaled yet. Now, important to note that he has everyone except Sauce and, well, yeah, everyone except Sauce trapped a lap down by this point in the run. So caution comes out, and he is in a swell spot, getting at least stage points working out in his, well, non-existent stage points. But again, stages right here are all about setting yourself up for the end of the race. Now Jose Proje signals down pit road. Long Live the Sauce will assume the lead of the race, as he is still going to be running laps out here. We saw Sauce stay out long in this B Sliders race as well, despite not being in Championship 4 as well. So, interesting strategy there from the 21. But there's Jose Proje. We'll see what he does. If he takes 4, it's most likely that Daha takes the commanding lead of this race here in stage 1. Otherwise, from that, if he takes 2, it could be him right up there with the 18. So we will see who gets out in front. Now, Guardian and Country Caliber will be gaining on him between the draft and fresher tires, but yeah, Jose's just getting out now. Daha takes the lead of the race, other than Sauce, I should say. But Sauce now looks like he's getting on the brakes down. Oh, he's got a bit wide. Now he's got it. So Sauce now down pit road. And once he cycles through, Daha will take the lead of the race by a commanding bit. Jose Proje ends up way behind the 8 ball, actually, as he's ended up behind Tiller. And also on my side, a bit of lag from the 4 just there, or the 2. One of those 2. So interesting to keep an eye on. So, but Jose does get around Tiller, so it's back to the Championship 4 being the top 4 in the race. Just about. And we'll see if Guardian and Country Caliber can run down the 18 right here by the end of this stage. How many laps do we have left in this stage? Just wondering.
7 laps to go.
7 to go. There's Sauce out the exit of turn 4. Now he's right there with Daha on fresh tires.
I'm gonna think he only took right side tires.
Is he still in the lead?
Yes.
So Sauce takes 2, try to keep the lead, immediately pulls out in front of Daha and gets past within half a lap of pulling out pit road, pulling back onto the actual racing surface. So good try from him. Now all that does is give Daha a drafting partner, if anything. But Guardian and Country Caliber still come in. The one car has a freight train of a car trying to run down the 18. Will it work out for him? We will see about it. As we go back on board for the 11 here, as we get to see what the drivers are looking at as they try to run him down. Guardian's got to be right about there if you look at the distance. I think one more corner, and I think they will be in the draft of the 21, and that will give them a key way to the 18, where these two on fresh tires, 2v1 situation, it is not going to be easy for the 18 to defend himself with in these last couple of laps here. Duh protects the inside, lets Long Live the Sauce on the outside here. And now the race for the lead is on. The race for the stage win is on. Daha out in front. Guardian looks to the outside, but Country Caliber decides to go inside and take second for himself before immediately diving to the inside. Country Caliber side by side for the lead. Now Guardian goes 3 wide up the middle. It's 3 wide for the race lead. Country Caliber inside, Guardian middle, Daha outside. Who's going to prevail? Looks like Country Caliber at the moment has it. Daha looks like he might attack the wall a bit. He tucks in behind Guardian. Those two.
They just took 2 to go.
2 to go in the stage. Guardian still working around the outside. Jose Proj now working back into the party right here with the freshest tires in all the field. Guardian has the outside just about cleared from the 11. And now he does Daha in the 18, trying to work around. And now Jose is right there as well. 1 lap to go in stage 1. Guardian with the lead. Side by side for second. Daha takes it. Now he's going to try to get a run on the 1 down for turn 3. I would have to imagine. We'll see what happens here. Where does Country go? Where does Jose go? They go side by side for a moment. And now Daha can't get to the 1 as the 11 tries to go underneath him for second. Guardian's going to be able to take the stage 1 win. Side by side, coming to the line. Daha's going to get it. And Country Caliber might have barely gotten third over Jose. Long Live the Sauce grabs 5th. Tiller grabs 6th. And then 7th and 8th between is Trav and Warpig respectively. So a great finish to the end of that stage right there. Still 2 more to go to determine a champion. And that was a race, and that race was getting intense just for basically a starting spot in the middle stage. So you know these guys are all on it this evening, looking for any advantage they can get on the track. Now, we saw Daha get way out in front by himself on a split the stage strategy, and no one else other than Long Live the Sauce took 2. So that could be a strategy that could work again here with less laps in the stage itself. Guardian on the inside, Daha to the outside, Country Caliber, Jose, top 4, leading back to the green for stage 2. Guardian has the inside and should prevail into turn 1. He does. Country Caliber gets the bit of the apron there. And Daha is actually going to be able to stay in second, round the outside, something you rarely see. Oh, I think there might have been some contact, and there's a huge wreck back there. 3 to non-playoff, guys. Long Live the Sauce, Tiller, and Warpig wreck. Caution is out, the first incident of the evening. as it looked like the 21 got a bit loose or maybe hit the wall out of turn 2 and collected a couple more
Yeah, it
with
looks
him.
like he hit the wall and got into country.
So we'll immediately reset him back here. Country Caliber going to end up in 5th in all of this, so he'll be back in the 3rd row for his restart.
This is going to make this interesting because this was already 2 laps shorter than the previous stage. And this is going to put us really close on the making it on fuel we're trying to save.
Yep, and with these customs, you can make save gears. We'll see if someone has that up their sleeve right here. As green flag is out for once more, Guardian takes the lead again. Jose with a huge jump right to the bumper of the 1. The 18 is not going to have a chance at keeping second this time. As the 1-4 get both clear on the outside, Country Caliber takes 4th. And your championship 4 are 1 through 4 once more. Try saying that 5 times fast.
Yeah.
Guardian leads the first lap off this restart here, but now Jose got a run work in. Does he go outside? Does he go inside? No, he just stays behind. Duh, now maybe looking to be the one to try to make a move. Tiller also trying to spoil a party down the inside of Country Caliber, but doesn't have enough grip off the exit to make that work. Oh, Jose's down to the inside of Guardian for the race lead. Side by side, where does the 18, where does the 11 go? They both go middle for the moment. Then they split off with the 18 going low, the 11 going high. Guardian with the outside and more cars are up there. Coming on this backstretch, I should have the run. Does Jose get clear? He does not. They'll stay side by side, and Guardian now might have the advantage into turn 3. He's able to drive it way out there to at least stay clear of everyone, and he'll keep the lead. Jose, with help from Duh, is looking like he'll keep second for the moment. Nope, Country Caliber's right there on the outside. But Country Caliber way up there. Can't get it to stick. And Jose Project keeps second. With now Country Caliber likely working with those two to try to keep third as him and Duh are side by side. Jose still working at outside, trying to bring the 11 along with him and maybe get a run on this 1 car for another chance to pass him. Gets to his bumper, now goes to the inside, hops right down front of the 18. Guardian with a car basically still out clear of him. And now he'll definitely get clear. Guardian managing this race out in front with no one side beside him, side by side for second and 4th. As Guardian with help from Country Caliber keeping the lead over Caliber and Jose and Duh at the moment. And they're still drafting with each other, trying to get one side to prevail. Guardian looks like he's out clear, but Jose and Duh are closer together for drafting purposes than Guardian and Country Caliber, so that's definitely playing an effect, keeping this inside line in it for now. Down when Country Caliber gets to his bumper, gives him a nice shove into turn 1. Along with the Sauce now going up to the high side with the 1 and the 11, and the other non-playoff drivers right there with him. Guardian's clear again. Now it's all about that battle for second between Country Caliber and Jose. And Country Caliber, if he has help from the 1 off the exit of this corner, will get clear. Looks like he could have used help, and instead he goes down to the inside and tries to get the lead for himself. He's actually able to clear Jose. Now along with the Sauce in the 21 down to the bottom. In this podium spot, Country Caliber has cleared Guardian off the bottom. And will take the lead of the race. Along with the Sauce, who just wrecked moments ago, now drops back to the end of this line. Tiller in third as he splits up Guardian from Jose and Duh. Now side by side for the lead again. Country Caliber and Guardian side by side once more. Jose working the outside in fourth, maybe trying to get second in all this, if he can help it. Guardian and Country Caliber still side by side. Now, Guardian stayed low on his entry into the corner right there, so that's going to give Country Caliber to run out this corner, but the better line to Guardian down this front straightaway as they remain side by side for another lap. Now, 1 and 2 is where the outside lane has been stronger throughout the two races, this one and the B Sliders race, as the entry is a bit more favorable to the outside as Country Caliber does get clear entering turn 3 of Guardian. And now it's back to Jose and Guardian battling for second. Guardian keeping it on the inside. Jose, bit of a laggy moment right there. So, again, keeping an eye on that 4-car situation. Oh, Sauce is around again. Solo car spin this time. Not going to bring out a caution, I do not believe. That is a huge misfortune to the 21.
Yeah, no caution.
As looks like that setup might just be a bit too loose off the exit of the high side for him, as that's the second time he's gotten loose up there. Or it could be too tight. He's just hitting the wall and then getting loose. This game could be really weird sometimes. Anyway, it's Country Caliber with Sauce basically forcing everyone behind third to go single file. It's going to just bring in that single file line with him and try to get the 1 in front of the 4 and get everyone single file where he's in control of the race. But he basically is in control anyways. And now Guardian takes the spot away from Jose. And we'll take second now. Tiller, it looked like he was peeking a nose for that next spot, for that third spot, I should say. But he ain't got nowhere close to it, and we're at the single file race in there. And that only took about close to half the stage to figure out how to get in the single file line. And immediately we're back to double side racing for the lead, as Guardian looks like he was going to make a move, loses it out the corner. And now Jose will go for the lead down the inside of Country Caliber in 3 and 4. Side by side for the lead once more. Jose Protege side by side with Country Caliber. And I think he just about got clear of him there. I don't think it's completely clear. Maybe he is actually. Despite the draft help for Country Caliber on the outside. Down the backstretch, Jose Protege takes the lead of the race. But I don't think it's going to be for long. Everyone's helping Country Caliber on that outside line. They're side by side once more. I think a lot of them see that Country might be the faster car to lead this line, and they just want, or they're just reading, trying to shuffle Jose out of the line and get more spots for themselves, as it is Guardian and Duha leading the push on Country Caliber. They're still side by side. Jose's done really well to hold it on the inside with no drafting help whatsoever. And now the 18 sees that, and he's going to go right with the 4. Tiller follows the 18, so it's 3 on the inside, 2 on the outside, side by side for the lead, side by side for third. Down the back straightaway. And Country Caliber has enough of a run out the corner to get clear of the 4, and Jose tucks back into second. Before immediately just going right back down to the inside of him. These guys have been racing each other all stage, it just about seems. And now Jose with a big send. Getting it clear. Will he have enough speed off the exit to get right, pull up in front? He does. He has enough speed, has enough space to do so. And single file line now forms with Jose leading, Country Caliber second, Daha third, Guardian fourth. The interesting thing is we've seen all four of these B Custom Championship 4 lead at some point in this race already, and all of them seem equally fast as well. This is rarely anyone's ball game at this point. No one's really pulled out ahead, it would seem. Jose does have a bit of space now between him and Daha in second as Country Caliber dropped to the end of the line. Almost voluntarily, so he might be trying to pull something potentially here. We'll see what the 11's up to. But, anyways, Jose Protege right there. Out in front by a decent bit, and interestingly enough, the 18 is not making any ground on him. And that's the huge thing is Jose is able to keep this distance he has on Daha in second and Guardian third with the draft help of Tiller and...
We got a car on pit road. I don't know who it is.
A car down the pit lane. It is Warpig in the 19 making his scheduled stop here for stage 2. Well, scheduled, and if you're not fuel saving, it's scheduled for you. I should clarify. As once again, there is a possibility for fuel save. I doubt with all the racing up here it's likely at this point, but it is an option. But that one car has backed that group of 3 up way off of the front 2 now, with Jose and Daha leading the race. So it is the one trying to plan something here, set himself up for stage 3 at the very least. Tiller into the outside wall right there in 4th. That's going to allow Country Caliber to stay close, but he doesn't go for the move. He's definitely wanting to stay back in 5th. So again, interesting to look at what those guys are doing. And meanwhile, Daha's made minimal ground on the 4th still. So, Guardian, Tiller, Country Caliber. Now, if these guys are able to make it, one of those 2 up there, if they don't make it, will likely get trapped the lap down and will need a caution to make it, to be in contention. But Country Caliber is now out of the draft and losing time fast from Guardian and Tiller. Both Guardian and Tiller fueled up motorsports guys. Interesting to note that they are working together. Tiller helping out his championship buddy right there. So, if you talk about the influence of guys not in championship, as Daha has actually caught Jose in the time we were away and has passed him for the race lead. But if you're talking about the influence of the guys not in championship 4 there, it could be part of it right there is buddy with each other. Give your buddy a better chance of being the champion. And now it's Jose that's actually dropping time off of Daha, if anything. So interesting to look at what's going on between those 2.
Yeah, if you don't mind me interjecting here, we were 3 laps short at the start of this stage, and it looks like Country, Tiller, and I'm guessing that's Guardian up here, just started going into max save mode.
Yeah, it looks like that's what they were doing off once they dropped off from Daha and Jose. So if that's the case, that will be a interesting scenario that could play out right here. And so we will see what happens all that. Looks like you're just getting around Country Caliber yourself right there, Trav. So,
Yeah. I don't know if he was signaling to go to pit road or not. No, he's not. He just moved out of the way.
yeah. Also, very important to note that Daha is way out in front of Jose Proje, who's now way off of the 18 himself, so maybe he's also in save mode now, after seeing what everyone else was doing. Now note that everyone in this group's still about half a track behind, even Jose. And Jose... And I'm also starting to wonder if the 18 was able to save in the back of that pack while everyone else was racing up there, because we never saw him really make a move. He stayed about third or fourth at the highest. And
Well, they're coming to take 4 to go. I've saved enough to make it. But I don't think Jose and the 18 were really saving there, so it'll be interesting to see when they run out of gas.
yeah, Jose is backed off massively in all this. And the 18's still going full send it, and he's not signaled the pit coming to 3 to go. He's going to have one more opportunity to do so, or else it would be a penalty. Coming to 2 to go, he would need to pit. Jose still also staying out as well. Country Caliber, Guardian, Tiller, they're all still riding around. So, as we catch up to the 18, does he pull in this lap? It didn't look like he had signaled before. He does not. So coming to 2 to go, you've made your bet if you're the 18. The 4 also making his bet right here that he's going to stay out for the last 2 laps. You and Warpig coming up on the 4 car there, Trav. So if he's saving enough, well, I don't know if you'll catch him or not.
I should catch the 4 car. The 19's a lap down.
So coming to the white flag, Daha takes the white flag. So he will be able to come back around and still be on the lead lap at the very least. And I don't think he's really sputtering at all. In fact, he has actually gone to the point where he could see Country Caliber in front of him. And no issues whatsoever. Daha, with a masterclass of a save, gets a dominating stage win. Sets himself up for first, entering the final stage where it really matters. With a brilliant fuel strategy right there.
He must have had quite the save gear then.
Yeah, I mean, like I said though, he wasn't really being aggressive in that pack, so he could have easily saved a bit while everyone was side by side. Trav, you actually take second in all that. Jose Proje hangs on the 3rd. Tiller takes 4th. Guardian 5th. Long live the Saw 6th. And Country Caliber all the way back in 7th. Nearly getting lap. Warpig is a lap down in 8th, but he'll get the free pass. Everyone will be on the lead lap before the beginning of stage 3.
Yep. Yeah, I started saving as soon as we dropped the green flag, and then once I got about a lap and a half to the good, I went ahead and put it back in 4th gear, and that's my best stage finish in beat customs.
So apparently what I'm getting from the drivers and what they're saying was the 4 might have lagged a bit and that would have caused Sauce's second spin in stage 2. So like I said, we were keeping an eye on that before, and that could have been something that happened there. Daha and Jose front row for the start of stage 3 with 2 non-playoff guys splitting those 2 from Guardian and Jose, who are on the Guardian and Country Caliber, who are on the inside. Green flags back out for the final stage of the season. Now this right here is going to be split at about 27 laps a run if you do it evenly. Now fuel wise you get about 29, I believe. So basically having 2 full runs right here without any saving. This all comes down to your long run car and your pitch strategy, although Taylor's getting a bit loose on the high side a bit. Daha takes the lead. Jose's second. Guardian, Country Caliber trying to make their way through the rest of the field. Daha and Jose stay nose to tail. Tiller right there with him. Now, interestingly enough, that they've all just gone single file here. Maybe just try to stay with the guys up front. Country Caliber, as I said, has actually gone for fourth and has gotten it and gone for a hard clear in the middle of the corner. So that's Country Caliber into fourth place. Guardian in sixth at the moment, now looking to the inside Trav for fifth. And once that happens, they'll all be in the top five with only Tiller split in Jose and Country Caliber in third place, being the lone non-playoff guy. And Warpig.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I got hooked on Sauce's bumper there.
And that has sent Warpig out of line and potentially out of the draft and all that. Meanwhile, side by side for second, Tiller says, screw the playoff four. I want spots myself. Going down the inside of Jose Protege. I don't know if he could really get that to work. They're still side by side, but now all the championship four going, trying to get around Tiller, tries to help Jose on the backstretch and then immediately drops to the bottom in the corner. Still side by side, Jose gets launched into the outside line. Might have been a bad contact or something right there, but he just dropped back all the way back to fourth already. Don't know if he'll be able to get clear to Guardian. Not really, as he actually stays side by side with Country Caliber, so Guardian's still able to fill a spot if he can. Those two side by side for third still between Country Caliber and Jose Protege. Daha remains in the lead of the race. Country Caliber remaining in third. Jose side by side still, but he's just hanging on for dear life up there. And now it looks like the 11's about a corner away from getting clear before immediately dropping below the 2 and trying to pass him. Now all this side-by-side racing, all that's allowed is Daha to get out in front by a decent bit and have some space to work with. And Jose has an unmissable line on entry, ends up losing fifth to Guardian, and nearly ended up side-by-side for 6 and all that, but he gets settled out.
That was close.
Country Caliber.
Sauce backed off because of how loose Jose got.
Yeah, it looks like he really had to drive it in there. Country Caliber, second. Guardian takes third as Tiller has no one to work with on the inside. And Jose is looking back for his fourth place spot in all this. But not to be for the 4 car. And now Country Caliber has him and Guardian have their set sight on the 18, and it looks like they're already gaining time on him as they're back solidly within his draft and gaining time lap by lap, corner by corner. How will racing fare once those two get to each other? Now Jose Proje's gotten around Tiller for 4th, so it's Championship 4, 1 through 4. In stage 3 now. This is where the real race begins. As if the first 80-something laps wasn't entertaining enough. Actually, it's probably closer to 90 at this point. Everyone's single file. And yeah, that Country Caliber is right about there. About half a tenth off as Tiller makes a massive move. Kicks Jose and Guardian 3 wide for third. Interesting move from the 2 car right there as he goes for all the spots he can get.
We got 40 laps to go on the stage.
40 to go on the stage. So we'll have about 10 to 15 laps on these guys' run. Now Jose trying to work around the outside of Tiller, and I don't think he's going to have any friends on the track after that move. Especially amongst Jose and Guardian, as both of them get knocked way out of line as after being in prime spots to take advantage of a Dovey Country battle. Speaking of those two, they remain 1-2. Country's not gone any closer to the 18 with no help from behind. Jose was able to get around Tiller, and now Sauce even going and leaving him out to dry. Before 21 slides it, trying to keep fourth. Guardian has to tuck in this back in 6 behind Tiller for now. We'll see if he makes a move on his fueled up teammate. He was the one pushed all the way to the outside and all that. But now everyone's back right nose to bumper. Country Caliber to the outside. Jose to the inside. They just stall each other out. Daha keeps the lead for now and actually gets a bit of space from second place. And this is almost like a super speedway race for him at this point, managing with the 2 lines on how fast they're going, so no one has a clear shot of getting a run on him. As Country Caliber given a draft down the front straight away, does he have enough of a run out the exit corner to have that work in his favor again? He would have the run, but Daha gives the draft to Jose to keep him side by side. That draft management working in the 18's favor. Just keeping them side by side. Daha in these situational moments tonight has been excellent, it has seemed. Keeping himself out in front whichever way is necessary. Between the stage 2 fuel save and now this, where he has not let either one of those two in battling for second gain the advantage, although now Country Caliber has gotten enough room to get in front of Jose, and he is right there back in second. Taylor hard in the outside wall, looks like he got a bit loose out the corner and hits the 4 and gets sent into the outside wall. Off of that, Champ 4 back to 1 through 4 after Tiller is out the way. Long live the Sauce is down 5th. And Country Caliber is going for the lead. To the inside, Jose's there to help, Guardian's there to help. And now he couldn't get clear. Daha has to run out the corner. Guardian looking for third on Jose. And he is not going to get it. They remain in the same order as they were a lap before. Country Caliber still trying to hold it on the outside of now Jose, who got a run to the inside, and now second and third back side by side, where Daha can keep an eye on them and keep them under control. Except now Country gets right back clear and takes second for himself. Jose drops back to the end of the behind Guardian, not the end of the line. Sauce isn't at the end of the line, but they both dropped out of being side by side, I should have said. Country Caliber and Guardian looking like they're trying to gain spots on the 18. See where they can gain on him. And at this point in the run, we're coming up to pit stops here. Who's going to blink first out of this pack and drop down? If it's one of these top two, how many go with him? With them? Knowing they have to stay with somebody to have a real good shot at this. As excuse the lag on my end for a moment there as things got a bit weird, but we're back stabilized now. Jose working around the outside of Guardian, and Sauce is there behind the 4 as a bit of a blanket to work off of. And Jose gets clear. Will he drop to the bottom to clear off the 1? He does. And then immediately pops right back up to the top. Played a bit of management himself, trying to see if he could get Guardian behind that 21 and have one less guy to worry about. Duh, Country Caliber. There nose to tail in the turn 1 and 2 this time.
Within the fuel window.
Within the fuel window, and right as you say that, Country Caliber signals the pit. He'll be your first one down pit road. Now, Guardian's in that little line with him. And, well, he didn't go down. It looked like he signaled. Never went down. So I don't know if he gets scared by the 1, maybe potentially causing some issues on entry for him or what. But in all that, he just loses a spot and Doha gets a bit more clear. Now he doesn't signal. So he could have just easily just gone and lose out the corner. Very interesting. Jose now in second place. Seeing if he can make a run up on Doha. Now remember, these two in Martinsville a couple weeks ago, they had a bit of an argument on track with their cars and brought out a late caution because of that. So these two know how to rough each other up if it comes down to that. Country Caliber in third right behind him. If those two get a bit too feisty, he can easily take advantage. Jose looking outside. He's going to keep the car outside. Was able to get a quarter panel on Duha. How will the run out the corner fare? Looks like Duha is going to block out a bit low. Went low, so he's either signaling the pit, or he was just protecting the inside. He is down pit road. Duh, first one to blink down pit road. We saw this stage 1 where he was the first to pit. Everyone else pitted after him, and they were able to run him down by working together to finish stage 1. And Guardian actually won that stage. Will history repeat itself? Meanwhile, looking back out front, Jose, Country Caliber, Guardian, Sauce, all still together. Although it looks like everyone's giving space to Jose. Not because he's pitting, just because Country Caliber wants a spot. And is trying to work around the outside of Jose. They remain side by side. And all 3 of the remaining championship drivers that have yet to pit signal at the exact same time. Don't run each other over. Don't get ran over by someone else. We'll see what happens here. And oh, Country Calories into the inside wall. He's actually kept it going somewhat. He's now behind Tiller. Well, he's lost a massive amount of time on that pit road entry. Getting a bit too loose for probably his liking there. And that could be his championship hopes right out the window. On the flip side of that, Jose gets an excellent entrance. Was it too much? We will see. We're going to keep an eye on what happens here, where Daha pulls out in all this, as that is the battle.
Sauce is the leader.
I do recognize that Sauce is the leader. I'm just saying relative to those who have already pit, it's between these four and Daha. And Daha's actually going to get clear by a decent bit. Jose Proje second. No one to help him, though. In fact, all these guys are just about evenly split. If anything, it's probably going to be Tiller. Maybe if Guardian decides to drop back to the 2 a bit and get draft help from him. That very well could be the play. Although, it looks like Trav, you're going to be right there with Tiller as well. So you could just, so you might be just be pushing him up to Guardian. But we will see and all that. Sauce now down pit road. Daha has a lead by about 2 to 3 seconds, I would have to estimate. But on the older tires, how will he fare? Especially with a much longer run this time, trying to hold off everyone else. But he does have the benefit of not having to deal with 2 drivers right behind him drafting. They're all spread out at the moment.
Yeah, I think everybody else is going to need a caution to get up to Daha.
Yeah, it looks like the 3 non-playoff drivers right there will be drafting each other for a moment. I don't know if you yourself have pitted yet, but
yeah, I pitted before the main group did.
So everyone is probably pitted at this point, I would have to guess.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what's going to happen here between Daha and the rest of the field? Because he's out in front, but at the same time, it looks like Jose by himself might be gaining a little bit at a time. Will it be enough to run him down? We will see. But it looks like he might be gaining about a 10 for 2 a lap at the moment. Granted, that could just be fresher tires doing their thing. And once they're even, we'll really see who has the advantage. Also, Sauce going side by side with Guardian in an interesting spot. Guardian just realizes that he needs to tuck behind the 21 and get a move on it if he wants any chance at this. If that two-car tango catches up to Jose, then and they all get together, then Daha might be in serious trouble. At this point, I think Country Caliber is just a bit too far off of everyone to have a real shot at it. Unfortunately for him, just got to be perfect if you want a championship in this final race, and just that one little mistake from him, and that's all it took. I think Jose's still gaining a little bit at a time on the 18. Just keeping an eye on that distance as it seemingly shrinks here. More importantly, whether the draft of 21 and 1 has an effect on how quickly the 4 can get up there. Sauce is maybe about 2 or 3 laps, or less than that even, from getting the Jose's draft. Now Jose has a tiny bit of lag going on our side. Don't know what the driver's seeing. Nothing major, though, it seems. How many laps do we have to go?
14.
14 to go, with about a 2-second gap, I would have to guess. And Long Live the Sauce is right there on Jose's bumper. If those two can get... It would literally only need to be about a 10 for 2 a lap on Daha by using the draft. Protege is actually going to let Sauce take the lead, as he's had a really rocket ship of a car coming up to Jose like that. So Sauce takes the lead. He's in second. Protege trying to use them to see if he can run down the 18 and get a nice crack at a championship right here. Okay, and all they need at this point, as we have about 12 to go now, 13 or 12, is about a 10 for 2 a lap. More like 2 tenths a lap. And they'll also be held by about, at the 5-tenth mark, they will be in Daha's draft and will gain a significant amount of time. But once they get there, they also have to figure out how to get around him. That is the huge part of this equation that nobody knows the answer to, and that's what makes this race so interesting right here at the end. Maintaining his lead. Sauce is gaining on him. Jose is actually a bit off of the 21 now. And I want to say 21 is the fastest car in this field right now. Will the 4 be able to use him to get back up to there? Yeah, it's debatable. We'll keep it right with the 4 and the 18, as this is your championship right here in the last few laps. We are at like 11 or 10 to go at this point.
9 to go.
9 to go. Excuse me, I missed a lap somewhere in there. So 9 coming to 8 to go on the season. Daha maintaining the lead by about a second and a half over Sauce and, more importantly, Jose Protege. Best you could do if you're the 18 at this point is just run your race, and hopefully everything else works out. But be wary of those two behind you. Guardian and Country Caliber, and unless there's a caution, I doubt they really have a good chance at it at this point. 7 to go. Now, interestingly enough, if you're Jose, you're also trying to stay with that 21, as he's your ticket up there, and he's having a bit of trouble doing that. So if the 21 just straight up loses the 4, especially once the 21 crosses over into the 18.
Tiller's around.
And Taylor is around on the backstretch. Single car spin. Caution will not be coming out.
We had a 3-wide battle between Country, myself, and him, and I think he was trying to keep it off me, and it just hooked him straight into the inside wall.
Unfortunate there from Taylor. He was having a solid race the entire time. And he's still causing issues down the bottom of the track. All right. Sauce is in the draft of Daha, but he has lost Jose. I think 4 to go. And if those two are now drafting each other, I think it's going to be very unlikely that the 4 is able to catch the 18. Sauce is there. Sauce wants a race win just for the heck of it. It would be his first custom win, so might as well get it in your final custom race if you're Sauce. Oh, they make a bit of contact. Daha wants the sweep of the race and the championship. The 21 side.
That's right, we got 4 to go.
4 to go this time. Excuse me. Thought it was 4 to go last time. 18 and 21 side by side. They're still racing each other hard. 21 dove it in there. 18 gets close to the wall. They're still going to be side by side. Jose's gaining time. 3 to go. Long live the sauce. Playing spoiler. As he's taking the lead, he's gotten clear of the 18. The 4 is still not close enough to get to either of them. Now 2 to go. Daha looking to keep it behind it for now. Maybe get enough space away from Jose to secure his championship hopes. Daha waiting.
We're getting ready to come up to 1 to go.
Yes, sir, they are through 3 and 4 for the penultimate time. Long live the sauce leads Daha. 1-2, cross the white flag line. 1 to go in the championship. Daha looking side by side, opts not to go for it. Long live the sauce playing spoiler. Daha with Jose unlikely to catch them. They're side by side for the race win. Through 3 and 4 for the last time this season. Sauce inside, Daha outside, but it won't matter in the grand scheme of things. Daha will be your B-Customs champion. Oh, he's in the wall a bit. He'll still keep it. Sauce wins the race. Daha wins the championship. Jose gets 3rd. Guardian 4th. It's like Country is 5th and all that, just about. Trav sticks. Warpig will finish 7th. Taylor backed out in the end to finish 8th. So, but with that, your B Customs champion is determined to be Mr. Daha Jr. 18M, driving fittingly the 18 car with a 2nd place finish. That's all he needed to get it to work in the end. So, we're going to have I'm going to warn you now, we're going to have quite the long interview session, because I plan on bringing in all the Final 4 and also Sauce as the race winner for interviews. So stick around if you want to hear from all the Championship 4 and their thoughts on both the race and the season itself and their thoughts for next season. Fastest lap, Country Caliber with 30.082.
Country may have gotten the fastest lap.
I saw that when I saw it was the fastest lap, so. Country Caliber and Guardian moving on to the daily. Country Caliber in 6th, Guardian in 9th, so congrats to those two. Weirdly enough, I don't see Sauce up there, despite the fact that he would also qualify, as he was actually in front of Guardian in terms of lap time. Interesting.
Sorry, I'm gonna get my stream killed and I'll try to get Sauce in here.
Don't forget the championship guys. So how does those in YouTube land think of the race? I don't. Those who are still with us, what'd you think? How was the race on your end? What were your thoughts? We'll be able to answer those while we're trying to get everyone in here. Speak now or forever hold your peace or something like that. I don't know. Whew. It sounds like you're typing away over there.
Yeah, I thought I had Daha and Sauce as a friend, but I guess I don't.
Fair enough. To be fair, it is Sauce's first time up here in any capacity, and it's for a race win, so, how about it? He's probably happy with his first career win.
I don't think so.
Ugh. So, while we're out here waiting, I guess I should probably plug stuff for both tomorrow and next season, where tomorrow, same time, 8 p.m. Eastern, Pudding Knievel will be taking you through the A Customs Championship. I believe I don't have Final Four in there off the top of my head. I believe Flash 9 is one of those guys. I'll actually just bring it up on my stuff in a second. Maybe. I actually don't know who the Final Four exactly are for A Customs, but I guess you'll figure it out tomorrow.
Hey, Country, can you add Daha for me?
Daha is in here.
There he is.
So... I believe the one person we're waiting on is Jose, but he's a bit later in the interview, so we're gonna start with you, Country, if you don't mind.
All right.
So over a single lap, you had the fastest car out there of anyone in the race, actually, not just the Championship 4, but I think the clear thing in this race was that last pit stop where you got a bit loose, might have hit the wall a bit, and just lost too much time to have any shot at anything there. Yeah, that has to be incredibly disappointing for you, no?
Yeah. That last pit stop, I didn't know where I didn't know where he was going to pull off the track, and I was trying to make sure I don't run him over, and I don't know really what happened. I just turned off the track and it just spun out on me, or almost spun out on me, and lost some time. And when I came off pit road, I was just too far back from Guardian and Tiller and Jose to really draft off them, and plus I had like a 16-second pit stop, which didn't help. So yeah, just aggravating to lose it like that, but that was still a fun race. So I feel like we all four of us had pretty even cars. I think Daha may have had probably the best car, Because when I got in second, I had a hard time like getting up to him, at least on the short run. But this was my last race in GC, so I wanted to go out, on top. But it's what it is. It is what it is. But congrats to Daha on the win. Congrats to Sauce on the win as well. And
Thank you. Thank you.
I guess Sauce didn't know that he was supposed to wreck the shit out of the 18 and the 4 and the 1, but he didn't do it.
We almost did, man. We almost did, Rick. Seriously.
But it was a good season, and good race and all that.
That it was. So thank you for your time, and still had a very solid season by the end of it. Regular season champion, I believe, if I remember correctly, and you still got into the Final Four. So overall, very consistent season. Just unfortunate that it ended the way it did. But sometimes that's just the luck of the draw, I guess. Anyways, now we'll move on to the next guy in the championship four who finished third out of those guys, fourth in the race overall. That would be Guardian, if you have a copy.
Yep, I got you, buddy.
So you were always looking in contention there throughout the race. It would seem, but you were also getting shuffled out of line fairly often. We're trying to work with, I know you're a buddy at Field up there, Tiller, a lot, but in that final pit stop, you just wasn't not around anyone coming off the pit road and just couldn't draft up to anyone, it seemed.
Yeah, I was hoping that I was going to be able to catch Jose there, and I'd gain on him a little bit, and then he'd gain a little bit on me, and it seemed like our cars were just so similar. Like Country said, I think Daha probably had the best car, but it was really fun. It seemed like the four of us were, we kind of got branched out there in the middle of stage 2, I think that was, and it was just the four of us kind of battling back and forth. That was a lot of fun. But yeah, I don't know exactly what happened to Country coming on pit road, but we did the same thing in stage 2 there, where we stayed out a little bit longer, and if we were talking about it, if we got linked up off of pit road, would we be able to catch him? And we caught him in stage 2, so we kind of had that same plan there for the final pit stop. And then when he had that little issue coming on to pit road, we were so separated, and yeah, he just couldn't do anything. I was hoping that Sauce was going to start battling with him up there, and I'd maybe get a shot, but yeah, it was still a fun race though. Happy for Daha. He's run really well all season, so certainly deserving of the championship, and good job to Sauce too on winning the race, crashing the party.
Appreciate you.
So thank you for your insight. Again, close in overall in what you're doing. You said yourself, last week, you said that you view yourself more as the underdog in this field, and you still kept up right up there with everyone else throughout the entire race. So I think that is something you should definitely be proud of in the end.
Yeah, thanks, man. I was glad I got a stage win in there too. That was cool to get that and not be, running 6th, 3 seconds behind the championship guys. That would have been a bummer. So it was cool to be up in the lead and battling with those guys. Yeah, that was a lot of fun for sure.
Yeah, next season you'll be able to race more guys and be up there in the Giggity Cup Series, and you'll have plenty more moments to be racing with both these guys and everyone else on the custom side of things.
Yep, for sure. Definitely looking forward to that. Get a little bit of a break here and maybe fine-tune the setups a little bit more, and yeah, and go after them next season. Definitely got to bring your A game. There's a lot of fast guys around here, and there's a lot of guys racing for not a lot of spots. So yeah, it's definitely going to be interesting next year for sure.
For sure. Thank you. Now,
Yeah, thank you for broadcasting.
as always, man. Now, we were hoping to get a word from Jose, but I don't believe he's in here yet, so we'll just carry on and move over to our race winner, Mr. Long Live the Sauce. Do you have a copy?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Do you have your voice on Always Allow?
Yes.
Well, first off, I believe this is your first GC win overall, if I would be correct in saying that.
Yeah, custom at that.
Yeah, custom at that, where yeah, it seemed like you were sort of just figuring things out as you were going on throughout the season, and you come up to this final race in Las Vegas. You must have felt you had a good car. You stayed up there the entire race with the guys in the championship four, and then that last run where you just come from fifth and all the way up to even Daha, who was way out clear of everyone, and pass him by the end of the run and the end of the race, and to take the win. Just an impressive drive at the end there.
Appreciate that. Yeah, I was trying to let, for the most part, the championship four race it out early in stage three, stage one, stage two, just try to stay with them. But I was just gonna let them kind of run 1, 2, 3, 4. I was just gonna hang back in fifth and see how it played out. And they pitted, I think, maybe 2 to 4 laps before I did. So the fresher tires really helped me a lot there.
Yeah, and it showed very quickly where you were able to even just pull out of the draft of some of those guys, including Jose, who was trying to stay with you there at the end, trying to see if he could use you to get it back up to Daha for maybe give it a race, but you were just pulling out away from everyone. By the end, you got around Daha. You had a bit of a battle, bit of contact for sure between you two, but
Oh, yeah, it was a good time. It was a fun time. I had a good time out there. I mean, I kind of joke around saying I've been working on this setup all year long, but I kind of had for a couple weeks, get a good run at the end. So I don't know. I may have to unretire from customs. This was going to be my last race, so we'll see.
yeah, we will see if you come join the Giggity Cup next season with the rest of these guys right here. And
Yeah, had a good season. Shout out to the Final Four. Shout out to Don Huff for the win. I enjoyed all the racing and the banter throughout the season. It was a blast. I appreciate you guys for broadcasting.
You're always welcome.
Or just YouTuber. I don't know if it's anyone that's YouTube.
Well, Trav helps me out with being in race supporter. Give him a shout too.
Shout out to Trav for in-race reporter, keeping the lap count correct.
I try, man. Between that and actually trying to race, it can be a challenge. The Sauce, you jinxed it, by the way.
What happened?
Me and Tiller got into it with like 5
I
laps
told
to
you.
go.
Listen, I mean, the whole season it was, I think, Tiller, myself, Trav, at various points of every race, just kind of towards the back there, we kind of getting our lumps back there. But yeah, it's a good time.
Yeah,
Appreciate you guys.
it's like that one scene in Harry Potter where it's the one professor lady and it's just pointing at you between you, Sauce, and well, you, Trav, and Tiller. It's just always causing something back there. Just like if it's always one of you three.
Self-inflicted wounds on my part the whole season, so I'm just as surprised as everyone else. Custom-wise, winning a race, not winning a race. I mean, that's not a surprise, but custom-wise for me, it was, hey, take what I could get.
For sure. So, great job with the spoiler win. First career win for you in GC in any capacity, so congratulations on that, as I said before. Oh, he's left. All right. Anyways, we will now move on to your championship winner for this season's B Customs Championship, Mr. Daha. Do you have a copy, sir?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You must be one of the one of the most elated people on at least this side of the states, I guess.
I'm pretty ecstatic, man. I didn't expect to win the race tonight. Uh, I knew I was gonna be fast, but I didn't expect it. And I would love to be cheering right now, but it can't happen. My old lady and my son's asleep, so I gotta keep everything bottled up inside.
Just cheer it like a whisper, just like
Yeah.
yay.
Whoa! Yeah! Whoa! Whoa! Champ, champ, baby! Whoa!
There you go. There you go.
Nah, tonight was actually pretty good. Wasn't too bad. Yeah, I want to apologize to the 21 right there at the end, man. I didn't mean to get into him. When he got to me, I tried to just give him the outside or the inside, just to let him go. But it was like he slowed up at the same time, so I was stuck racing with him on the outside. And I thought when we come out of turn 4, he was going to go lower than what he did. And I door checked him. And so then I was just going to ride behind him and just try to coast my way to the championship. Well, dang, it was like he slowed down again, so I just tried to stick the sucker to the outside and try to take the win and the ship at the same time. But didn't plan out that way. Congratulations to 21 on his win. And we had a pretty decent year this year. Wasn't too bad.
If you're counting the championship as not too bad, then you probably need to raise your expectations a little bit.
Well, I mean, I've had a few good races and a couple bad races, I really thought Martinsville a couple of weeks ago was going to get me kicked out of the league, or at least, some points knocked down. But we got everything settled on that, and me and the 4-car both was actually able to go to the Final Four and actually be able to settle it out 1-2. So, yeah, happy, man. Got to thank Kyle Busch for letting me borrow his race car. Go good racing. Toyota power.
That's the worst. That's the worst part about this. A Kyle Busch car won.
Yeah, I noticed on the chat there, I think Country said something on there about, I can't believe we let Kyle Busch win. Yeah, can't believe we let Kyle Busch car win the championship. Yikes. But, nah, everything's good, man. Pretty happy about it. And this is my first championship in probably about a year. I almost won the C Customs. I lost it by probably 2 points to Ward Burton. So for me to get the championship in the B Customs, I mean, it means a lot. And it should mean that all of us are able to advance to the A Custom now, I'm pretty sure.
Y'all are eligible.
Yes, sir.
I'm not coming back next year.
So I'm excited to be able to race against all them dudes in the full field. It ought to be fun and very, very competitive.
Yeah, you get to show some of those guys in the A Customs or the Giggity Cup, as it's being referred to now. Well, starting next season, what you got from some of these B Custom guys that are coming up. So, and you'll be right there leading the way in that sort of charge. So, we'll see how you can back up this championship season next year, right?
Oh yeah, it's gonna be tough, man. I mean, there's some good names that are probably gonna be in there. I know a few guys that are in the A Custom now. I mean, you're talking about Flash 9, Bro Chase, Mike RPM, Taddy, Billy Holcomb. I mean, Racehead. I mean, these dudes right here are freaking fast. So.
Right, but I mean,
Got our work cut out.
Yep, but you have also got some speed yourself, and now you have the chance to show it against those big boys.
Right. I mean, just as long as I'm picked up, I gotta be. I think they're having a draft or something like that, so I gotta be picked up on the team first. So.
Well,
we'll see how it goes.
I can say now that
that's my biggest worry is not getting picked up on a team.
well, I can calm both your worries right now, as there's not enough drivers to fill every car that we have available, so you'll guaranteed be on a team. The draft is actually this Sunday at noon Eastern on the GC Sports channel. If any of you out in YouTube land still out there wondering when you could catch it, that's the time. Any of you guys wondering when you'll get where you're going to end up, that's the time. Yeah, that's the time. Also, well, first I'll say thank you and congratulations once again to Daha on his B Customs Championship.
Thank you. Appreciate it. And thank y'all for doing the broadcasting, man. Appreciate y'all doing that. I don't know about anybody else, but I like going back and watching the races. You know, I really enjoy going back and looking at that stuff. So, appreciate y'all.
Of course, man, I've enjoyed doing this every single time I'm up here. Sucks that this season's come to an end, but we'll be back. Well, I'll be back next season. This time, next season, doing the Cringe Xfinity, or what would be the C Sliders, I guess. So, for next season.
Okay.
So you could catch me there if you would like.
All right, brother.
All right. So, thank you all for coming out and doing interviews, and once more, congratulations to Daha as well as the rest of y'all on a great season. Also, would like to thank Trav for being in-race reporter since I've come up here. You've been excellent, absolutely brilliant.
Thank you, and thanks for letting me be a part of it, and just trying to be a little interactive anyway, so if people do rewatch it or people aren't even paying any attention to anything, they have a decent idea what's going on, especially since this game doesn't have a ticker.
Right. You are very important for running the entire broadcast, or else I'd be sitting here clueless like, wait, these guys are in stage 2? I thought it was 3 to go in stage 1 still, huh?
No, you wouldn't be that bad, I promise.
Yeah. Yeah, you doubt me sometimes. I could probably get that low if I wanted to, or just was too tired to care.
It's like, hey guys, there's a race, watch it, and I'll let you know who wins.
Yeah. But with that being said, that is it from the B Customs season. Tune in tomorrow night to see who wins the A Customs. It's 8 o'clock Eastern. Also, the draft, as I just mentioned, 12 p.m. Eastern for next season. The teams will be selected right there for the top series on the GC Sports channel. Anyways, this has been T-Bird and Trav, and we are now signing off.